by your local Montana Toyota dealers.
Thursday morning time once again for This Week in Fish and Wildlife. We're at Region 3 headquarters this morning with Travis Horton. Travis, an interesting thing going on with some of the fisheries around now, specifically over on the Madison. First off, let's talk a little bit about Arctic grayling and then how that relates to some of the work you're doing there on the Madison.
Yeah, absolutely, Chet. One thing people may not know about Arctic grayling is that there are remnant populations in Montana that were historically here. Only two places in the lower 48 that had them. One was in Michigan, where they're gone now, and then of course the Big Hole River and the Centennial. A few places in Montana they're still around.
Mm-hmm. Now on the Madison, there has been some efforts by Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. Explain to me a little bit what's gone on there.
Yeah, so a few years back, we started trying to reintroduce grayling into some of their historic habitats, and in the Madison there are a few remnant grayling still from when the former populations, and now they've really declined a lot. So a lot of the habitat's been fixed. So we went back in with remote site incubators, which is a 5-gallon bucket that we put eggs in, and we plumb water into it and hatch the eggs out. We've been doing that, like I said, for a few years, primarily in the Madison, some over in the Wise River and other spots. Mm-hmm. And evaluating that's a little difficult because we know a little bit about life history of grayling. They could be 50 miles away from that bucket by their first winter, and we wouldn't, we don't have a real good way to find them and evaluate the success.
Mm-hmm. And that's where some folks can come in. I know that there's been some efforts here. You're taking an active role, trying to find those folks that are using the fisheries in the Madison to help you out. Absolutely, and
it's more than just the Madison. We want to know where people are catching grayling. And so on FWP's website, there's a page, if you go under Fish MT, and it's something called Report Your Catch. If you click on that, it'll be a grayling page. And it's pretty simple questions. Where were you, when, how big, those kinds of questions, kind of specifically where you found it. But that allows us to kind of get a sense of where people are picking them up. And we have definitely found some interesting information from people reporting on that site, certainly in the Madison as well as other areas of the region here.
So it's that simple. Just go to the website and note your fish.
Exactly. If you've caught grayling anywhere that seemed unusual to you, in particular the Madison, please go to that site, log in that information, and there's a chance you can leave your phone number, some contact information if you want to hear back from us or if we need to ask you further questions.
That's perfect. Again, Travis Horton here at Region 3 headquarters talking about some interesting work going on with our fisheries on the Madison. Travis, thank you very much.
You bet.
This Week in Fish and Wildlife was brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.